Welcome to ContractPodAi's Legal Tech Talks, where today we're talking with Richa Kaul, and she is the Chief Strategy Officer for ContractPodAi about ContractPodAi Cloud. So Richa, welcome, first of all. And Richa, the first question I have for you is, you've had a chance to kind of see the inner workings of the product as it's been developed internally, ContractPodAi Cloud. And you've also had a really great opportunity from the vantage point that you're at to kind of see the market, see competitors and stuff. Now, from your perspective, how would you summarize the value proposition of this new platform for in-house legal teams? Because it really is a new thing.
Absolutely, it really is. And I think it is pioneering a generational change in the way that we think about legal technology. So if I was to sum up the value proposition of ContractPodAi Cloud in a few words, it would be one legal platform. I think that's a very unique proposition in the market today. You know, you have, present an analogy, sales teams everywhere have CRMs, right? Salesforce came in and made that a must-have across the board. Legal teams don't have something similar to that they go to as their backbone, as their single source of truth across their multiple activities that provides, a certain baseline or infrastructure for them to operate from, with then additional applications and so forth available for further and further growth. And that is something that I think we can very tangibly relate to when we think about ContractPodAi Cloud, because it is really a legal platform that helps teams, in-house legal teams, across everything that they do every day.
So now, when they actually start using it, what do you think the impact's going to be on a legal team when they get the product, it's been integrated, it's there, it's ready for their use? What's their reaction going to be? How's it going to impact their day-to-day?
Great question. And I think it will almost build on top of each other, the various impacts. So I think one of the goals of ContractPod always has been fast time to value, making sure that impact is felt on day one, and then you see increasing return on investment, month after month, year after year. And I think in a similar vein, what you'll see with ContractPodAi Cloud is an almost instant impact around process optimization, right? A single immediate impact around a single source of truth. And those things around visibility, transparency, process optimization, those directly relate to time savings and cost savings. And then I think over time, what you'll see is not only an increase in those time and cost savings via efficiency and, again, visibility, transparency, but also in true and significant risk reduction because of increased compliance and that visibility and scorecarding of your risk across your legal documents. And I think that's where you start to get almost an exponential and intangible set of value, because you don't even know what sticky scenarios you're protecting yourself from in this new world.
Yeah, scary thought on that one. But now, tell me though, is this really and again, given that you've had that big picture kind of view of the market, not only ours, but frankly of the market overall, is this really a fresh and truly exciting new development for the industry overall? Is that the way you see it?
I really do. And I would almost picture it as saying, okay, if there's folks out there who may say, well, there are other legal solutions out there who can handle all different types of documents, right? Because exactly. And at its core, there are other competitors out there who do that. But the difference with ContractPodAi and those other platforms is the amount of AI that actually enables the toolkit behind each application.
Yes.
So for example, you think about other platforms that may be simply a repository for all types of legal documents. That is actually quite innovative in the current world, but now add to it a toolkit of AI features and functions, and you get, again, another step change, right, in innovation. And I'd love to bring a couple of those to life just to speak to them a bit. So for one, you have what you can consider an AI document review, so an extraction tool. So you may think of that in the contract lens. You think of, okay, great. So AI goes in and extracts clauses and key data points, key dates, that's great. What this platform does is it uses that AI for their contracts. It uses, the foundation of AI, but looking for different terms and clauses relevant to RFPs or relevant to GDPR documentation. Mm-hmm. And that tailored data modeling sits behind all of our new pre-built applications. Mm-hmm. So you are a couple steps ahead of what is on the market today, even those tools which are document agnostic, and you're definitely a few steps ahead of contract AI tools. So I hope that makes sense.
Yeah, no, and that's really nice in terms of that differentiator. I think that makes it pretty clear. And I remember actually earlier, ContractPodAi was talking very much about the 5D of AI model, and now I was speaking with Anurag very recently, our CTO, and he talked about the multidimensional AI. So in other words, it really is kind of embedded and really interwoven with the product. So that's really exciting. That is super amazing. Now, value for in-house legal teams. One of the things that I actually had an opportunity to see the product as well, early stage, and there was this really cool legal application launcher. Can you tell me a little bit about that? Because I think that in itself is a little bit of a game changer too, isn't it?
It really is. And it's almost funny we talk about the platform and when you don't even mention it because there's so many other things to celebrate about this product launch. But absolutely a critical and very much a pioneering piece of technology in this platform is the legal application launcher, which allows clients to launch a tailored legal application to solve their frequent tasks in minutes or even seconds, which is quite something. And the value of it is if you think about sort of pre-built applications, right? Things like a contract management module or an RFP review module. Those are common problems that every legal team faces every single day. Maybe altogether they cover 80-90% of a legal team's workload. Yes. What do you do with the rest, right? How do you bring structure and order and, reliability and repeatability to the other legal processes? I think this is the answer to that. So if you think about, often legal teams have to do things like corporate governance. I bet every quarter, most of our clients sit there and have to go through, verify board minutes, log them appropriately, or do other, very broad corporate governance tasks. That feels very tailored to each organization on a time basis, on a workflow basis. They could, for example, create a legal application that helps to streamline and automate some of the tasks that they do manually every single quarter, every single month, right? If they need to have board documents go out for signature, for example. I'm just bringing one sample scenario to life, but exactly. But you can start to see how for the things that are very tailored to your business, this can really start to empower you to make those scalable.
Yeah. Oh, that's amazing. So scalability, that's brilliant. Now, think about this holistically. The development that we've got here, it's fairly unique. It's quite distinct. What do you think? Again, having seen developing a lot of strategy and really kind of taking a look at the market overall, what do you think is going to be the impact, one, on the market, in the in-house counsel kind of market across the industry, and even competitors? Speculate. What do you think is going to happen over the next little while?
It's interesting. I think it's so funny because, of course, all of us in legal tech are keeping an eye on what everyone else is doing as the market. Yes, as the market grows and more entrants come in, I think it's even more keenly keeping an eye on everyone. But I think you can almost bucket the impact into two groups. I think for vendors who are more contract management focused and already have some automation and AI in play for their contract management solutions, I think we may push them to think about how those tools apply beyond contracts, which is the foundational approach we have taken. Now, if you think about tools out there in the market that may be document agnostic, so those repositories and basic workflow tools for legal teams.
Mm-hmm.
I hope that this helps them see the potential of artificial intelligence and what it can do for their clients. We know that it multiplies impact, and I think that we'll start to see more and more of that come in.
And you know what, that the artificial intelligence isn't just focused on one specific area. So again, honestly, I really like the fact that the artificial intelligence in this solution is embedded throughout. It really is amazing from that perspective. So good. So we're looking forward to, I guess, in-house legal teams becoming much more efficient in the near future as we launch this. Well, Richa, thank you so much for your views on this, and thank you very much for chatting with me about the ContractPodAi Cloud. Now, for all the viewers out there, if you haven't seen ContractPodAi Cloud yet, ask for a demo. It's easy, come to the website, and there's the demo buttons just about everywhere. So ask for a demo just to take a look at this. It is really, really a paradigm shift. You've got to see this, and seeing is believing. Now, to the viewers also, thank you for joining us yet again for another one of the ContractPodAi's Legal Tech Talks.